W1, our one, was working on a definition of good service. What is your definition of good service? And I was thinking about it. Good service to me is X, Y, and Z. But then I was talking to a few other people, and they said good service was A, B, and X. And somebody else had, W, X, and Y. It was amazing the different takes that you can get on it. So what's your definition of good service? You need to take some time and line out what you think good service looks like. If you're having trouble with it, you know what bad service is when it's done to you, right? Say yes. Yes. You know what bad service looks like. When you get to a restaurant and the person doesn't bring you any water or bread right away, and they walk over to you with a little bit of a attitude, what do you want? And your food comes late, and it comes cold instead of hot. That's not necessarily good service. But I don't know where the guy comes from. Maybe he thinks it's pretty good service. If you come from outer Mongolia, maybe that's really good service. I don't know. Maybe in Mongolia they don't get food at all. So he figures that if you're getting some food and it's on the table and it's kind of warm and it's a little bit edible, he thinks that's pretty darn good. I don't know. So think about what your definition of good service is. But even going past that, the thing I really wanted to focus in on today is Mike says it's impossible to offer great service without great skills. Write that down. That to me was a real blinding flash of the obvious. You know you're supposed to have good skills, and you're supposed to have good service. But it was interesting how he put it together that without great skills, you can't really offer great service. So what I wanted to do is, why do you think great skills are important? Anyone have any thoughts on that? Let's open it up just for a minute or two. Why do you think great skills are important? Go ahead. Great skills give you confidence, and confidence, therefore, helps do a transaction at a little higher level. Okay, good.
They rely on,
Sorry, 1 second. Go ahead.
they rely on you, so therefore you better provide the 100%.
Okay, so the client's relying on you, so therefore you need to be able to offer and provide good service. Go ahead.
To be better prepared for conditions, possibly and mostly objections, to better lead them towards the desired result.
So one of the answers is to be better prepared, to be able to anticipate, if you will. Okay, issues and situations that might come up. Good. Come on.
With better skills, you're better able to communicate with them effectively.
Okay, with better skills, you're able to better communicate more effectively. Okay, good. So I wrote down a few things. Why are good skills important? So the first thought was to anticipate the customer needs, anticipate the customer's needs, and work to fulfill them before the client asks for them. Fulfill the customer needs, to work to fulfill those needs before the client asks for them. Simple. Maybe the client doesn't know they need to know what the test scores are. Maybe the client doesn't understand the difference in school districts. In our area here in Walnut, there's a distinct difference between the Walnut School District and the Roland School District in terms of pricing, right? If the same house is in the Roland District and the other one's in the Walnut District, there's a little bit of a price difference. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Well, don't you think the client needs to know that? And then you can show those test differences. Now that may mean something to one person, and it may not mean anything to another person. But you need to know that. That's where the skill of obtaining information and then being able to communicate it comes in to hand. How about skill of promptly calling somebody back? Is calling somebody back a skill? Is it? Yes. I think it is. And I think some real estate agents fall flat on that. You know, you get a phone call from a client, you say to the client that you're going to call them back in an hour or two, and then you forget to call back, or the deal, or it drops. Something happens. How does the client feel about you? Good or bad? Bad. They don't feel good about it. How about replying quickly to emails? Now, this is where you need to put an automatic response on your emails. And if you don't know how to do that, you need to figure it out. Because here's what's happening. Here's the dichotomy there. I'm saying good customer service says you need to respond to your emails quickly, right? Say yes. I'm also saying that you cannot check emails in the morning, and you've got to get your morning right. Otherwise, you'll be sitting there responding to emails all day. So you need to create an automatic response that goes on the email that says, I will get back and respond to all my emails by 11 or 11:30. Now, their expectation is what? That you'll answer it, but you won't answer it until a little bit later. 99 and 9/10% of the public are fine with that. The 1% that isn't may not be somebody that you should be working with anyway, because they're going to drag you around by the nose.